What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be playing not the T72 AVA, Termis T. We are actually going to be showing you my control setup for ground realistic, or pretty much ground forces in general. We are going to be using the T72 AVA as our test vehicle, so we can show you my control setup and how I have it set up for the Xbox and console in general. Pretty much my controls setup can be used in the same way for the PS4 or PS5 as well, because the controls are pretty much in the same, except in different positions on each system. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the training field, and then I will go over the controls as I show you a brief preview of how quick I can get into certain things without using my manager. Alright, so in this one, the controls ain't too quick for changing my rounds, but you can see I can quickly change my rounds with one button. My smoke grenades I don't have set up very quickly. My artillery strikes I don't have quite a set up very quickly. But it is all on one button for control, which is what you really need. My multifunction menu is also all on one control, so you got your fire, your rangefinder, your night vision mode. And I also got it set up on a control setup to where I don't have to use my controls. So, and then my machine guns I've got set up for a certain control. My cannon I got it set up for a certain control. Oh wow, I actually ricocheted that. But everything is set up for a certain way, so I have quick access to it and easy controls to get to stuff. Like if I was to aim at a helicopter or something, I could quickly traverse to it and everything like that. So let's go ahead and get into the controls. That way you guys can see it. So we'll go to our controls here. Alright, our ground vehicle controls, we have our left stick is our throttle and our left stick is our steering. We have for our ground vehicle transmission, we have our D-pad up, which we hold our LB button, and D-pad up or D-pad down for our ground transmission. That I don't use very often unless I'm in an AA vehicle, so these, it's not really important. The engine shut off I don't have set up for this. I mostly, if I want to shut off my engine, I go through my multifunction menu. Main weapon is my right trigger. Fire secondary weapon is hold my LT and right trigger. Fire my machine guns, which is the RB button, which is above my right trigger. Firing the special gun is my LB and right trigger. So I try to make everything be the right trigger except for my machine gun, so I have quick access and my fingers don't have to go very far. Let's see, we got smoke grenades. I do have a quick access. I always forget I do. Apparently I did. Y button and head in the left stick, so that way my fingers ain't really going too far. We got our shell selection, our D-pad to the left. We've got our lock on target, our A button, which is a normal. We got the switch on radar, on and off radar. I got it set up for the same button, but I mean that's okay. Most of the time, if you're in an anti-air vehicle, you won't have smoke grenades, so it kind of works out in your favor. You got your change radar, Y button, and D-pad to the right. So what I try to do, I try to use my Y button as my multi-function key is what I would say I'd put it as. Or my multifunction button would be the true thing to say about it. Alright, now we have our select radar. I use my A button for that. My lock on, targets on, Y button and D-pad to the left. Night vision is Y button and D-pad down. As you can see, I am using my Y button a lot for my multifunction ability or my multifunction key button. Let's see, sniper mode is our LB button, which, I mean, you can use it on your PlayStation. I think they call it the L1, if I'm correct. LDL1. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. L1. I used to have a PS3, and I'm pretty sure that's what it was the L1. Oh, and I had PS4, but it was my wife's. Binoculars. You want always a quick action with your binoculars, so I put it on my right control stick so that way I can click it in instantly on my binoculars. When you have it on default, I think it's the B button. That is your default for your binoculars, so I try not to do that. I try to go something a little bit quicker so that way I'm still on my controls and I won't, be veering off of it for too long and then get killed. Tracking. I do have tracking for my ground vehicles on the console. Tracking works pretty well. I guess because you can move the mouse quicker for so this tracking key is really good for if you're on console. One reason, if you got an anti-air vehicle, for some reason you get a little bit of not with a lead, but you get a tracking ability with your anti-air vehicles to hit that flying target. I think most of you will know what I'm talking about. I'll demonstrate that here in a few minutes. I'll get out an anti-air vehicle and show you what I'm talking about to where you can lead it without actually having a radar. So I'll make sure I get an anti-air vehicle without a radar and show you what I mean. Alright, now I got to my left trigger tracking aim access. That works. I mean, that's default. I haven't changed that. We have our view for D-pad down so you can look around corners really quick. And that's always good to have. Always check your six. Always check your sides and everything like that because you always want to check your surroundings. Otherwise, you will be dead. Our suspension controls, I have nothing set up for that. My repair vehicle is A button. Fire extinguisher is A button. So I pretty much make it something quick to hit. My event selection button I do have for my X button. My active scouting I have for right D-pad. My rangefinder I have for the view button. Let's go down here. My sight distance control I do have set up. So I will click on this real quick. Click on it real quick. Thank you. So I don't have any joystick set up, but to increase and decrease and to reset, I do have set up. So up is to increase your sight. Decrease your sight is down. And to reset it is the right part of the D-pad. So I will show you what I am meaning about that. So let's say I go to a target. We'll go to this one right here. We'll go range find. 775. So I use my D-pad up. I will go to about 700. Go up a little bit. Bam. Right on target. I mean, you could do it a different way. So if you have this, I mean, you could always go like, okay, I'll go like this and do it a little bit faster. But sometimes if you got a target that's like way out there, like this guy, 1300, you just go to 13 or 1225, go a little bit higher. Boom. Whoop. Hit a tree. Try this again. Oh yeah, we switch rounds. That's right. If you switch rounds, you'll notice that it'll change a little bit. Sometimes it's hard to get right on the number with the D-pad. Just saying. So you go right about there. Boom. Too high, too high. Go a little bit lower. Right on top. Go a little bit lower. So it kind of helps, it kind of don't. It just all depends. Now, if it was on the computer, I have it set up as my mouse wheel. So it's a lot easier to manage and get it right on. But you see, I can make small adjustments if they don't kill me first. And I just reset it real quick and boom! Right on that guy. But anyway, D-pad to the left, switching my rounds. X button is my event. Y button is smokes. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, so now that I showed you all my controls, it is pretty simple for battles and stuff like that. Everything is quick and easy access. If you do not know how to shut off the grass, so if you're on this game and you're a newcomer or a new player to the game, I suggest you shut off the grass. So in this video, I will show you how to do that. So you go to your main menu, or my bad, you go to your options. You go to ground vehicle settings. You go to grass in sight. No. So let me turn on the grass in my sight and I'll show you what I'm talking about. See how the grass is in my sight? I mean, it looks okay, but when you're looking at a far distance, sometimes there used to be grass in your sight. Or let's say you're looking over a hill, there used to be grass in your sight. It kind of got annoying. So really, when it's at a distance, I just go to my options and I shut it off. Like, I've had it off for a while before they did updates and stuff, and it works pretty well. So there we go. Alright, let me do like I said I was going to do and get out my anti-air vehicle real quick. And I will do that one control test I was telling you about. Alright, we might as well stay with the Russians here. Let's go to our tech tree, go to the armory. I'm still doing a lot of work on my Russians, so let's go ahead and get this new vehicle. It's always good to have a premium vehicle to unlock things a little bit faster, especially if you're a video maker. A lot of people's like, well, you know, that's not cool. You're paying to win. No, it also helps me when I work 40 to 48 hours a week to get vehicles unlocked so I can share them with you guys and ladies and everybody else and share my opinion of the vehicle. So premium vehicles help me unlock stuff faster so I can share them with you quicker. Alright, so now here we go. I will show you what I am talking about. Locked on my vehicle and I press in the left control stick and it will track it. See how it's tracking? Now just go a little bit ahead of it. And you guys still do the guesswork. And this 37mm is so slow. See what I mean? You just hold it and you're doing the guesswork still. So, I mean, you'd still have to do the guesswork if you were on PC. Like, you'd be like, bam, 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 bam. This way you're just holding and tracking. You don't get this little targeting reticle around it on the PC. I know that for a fact. And it's like you get like an early radar for the console for some reason. I don't know why. But they started implementing it, probably because console players were having a little bit more trouble tracking. Damn, I'm doing terrible. There we go, I caught him on fire. But anyway, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope these controls help you in your future battles. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you guys all at the next video.